Hello and welcome all to Eocortex webinar. I am Vikrant Rao. I am going to conduct this webinar on behalf of Eocortex and this is in regards with license plate recognition, one of the modules that is available with Eocortex. I hope you all are able to hear me. So here we have some facts about our company. We have been in business since 2008 and we have over the time developed 19 video analytic modules and also integrated 5,000 plus cameras apart from on PSIA compliance. Our system is very easy to work with. Its interface is really intuitive and simple to work, and it will not take you more than 10 minutes to install and configure your VMS. We have presence in 30 plus countries and we have a strong network of 5,000 plus system installers and distributors. We have already implemented 23,000 plus camera surveillance projects, which include 300,000 plus cameras. Our partners are benefiting from this partnership as they will be getting personal training and certification. Personal training would be given in technical aspect of Eocortex as well as sales aspect. Pre-sale service will be cost-free. You will be provided with technical support for the lifetime of the license, which is unlimited. And all the updates will be without any extra charge. These are the countries that we have presence in: Czech Republic, Germany, Belgium, France, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Oman, Egypt, Tunisia, and we have already done integration of prominent brands: Avigilon, Axis, Bosch, Brixton, then Cisco, D-Link, Palco, Sony, Uniview. OnVIF and PSIA are two protocols that we are complying with, and if your camera complies with that, you don't need to worry about integration if you're going to work with basic features. And basic features will include PTZ functionality, input-output, as well as getting sound from the camera. Now, the question of the day would be, would you like organized, fully controlled and automated access of cars to the area or monitoring and calculate traffic? If your answer is yes, then you are at the right place at the right time, and this is the webinar about license plate recognition offered by Eocortex. So license plate recognition will be providing you many benefits to work with in management of traffic as well as parking space. So how is it going to work? It will be helping you to automate the setup to admit authorized vehicles to a particular parking lot or let vehicle pass through any checkpoint, and this would be done by license plate recognition after analysis of license plate. If information is available in database, system will take action on the basis of that, whether somebody is allowed to pass through or not. Definitely, if you have system where recognition could be done, system will be in position to be configured to stop or notify at least unauthorized vehicles. I'm saying at least because a barrier system needs to be integrated with access license plate recognition to allow or prevent access to any particular area. As a license plate recognition will be working with timestamp, so you have control over the time spent by the vehicle in a particular area. Now, these are the basic things that you can work with. Apart from that, system can be used to get the ticketing done for speed violations. If somebody is entering into another lane, uh, if somebody is overtaking, so crossing a continuous lane, stopping after a stop lane line, and crossing against a red light, parking in a forbidden area where barrier system has been put into place, then you will always have access to database to pull out the information and sort it out in CSV format in any spreadsheet. This is one drawing which is giving you idea about how license plate recognition can be placed to manage parking. You have got two cameras here installed, and each one is covering the lane uh, for traffic coming in and traffic going out. This is the illustration that could give you the best idea about how license plate recognition could be installed. And these cameras are integrated with barrier system, so barriers would be open or closed on the basis of results given by license plate recognition. How is it going to work? It is very simple to work with. Once you have done the installation of the plugin with Eocortex server, you need to manage the database, and database has no limit on the number of entries that you can put in there. Entries can be clubbed together in form of groups. Black and white list groups can be created, or you may have any other group that there would not be any limitation on number of groups that you can set. On the basis of grouping and the result, system will be taking decision whether open a barrier arm for particular vehicle or not. It will be keeping track of time and date when vehicle was detected and recognized, and you will have direct access to archive of that duration, and it will all be one click away. As I have already told you that time and date of recognition will be put into database, so it becomes really easy to sort it out, the data which can be exported from database. It will, the database will be exporting the information in CSV or XLS format, which can be open in any spreadsheet. It will be preventing unauthorized trespassing or an unauthorized access to vehicles. Then it will be taking off the human resource to do the menial job of keeping check on vehicle entry, which can be done by a smart device like license plate recognition, uh, and system will be going through the database. Once database entry matches with whatever system is looking at in the real time, it will take action whether to permit a particular vehicle to pass through barrier or not. License plate recognition comes up with the support for 59 countries and 49 other countries with which are integrated but have not been tested. In 59 countries, it is very much accepted, and its templates are very much updated. And though these 59 countries are covering most of the Europe. This is a simple interface of configurator where license plate recognition can be configured. Once configuration has been done, whether you want to work with barrier system or not, whether you want to activate license plate or not, where database will be set, you just need to pick the templates that you want system to use to do the recognition. Then you have the very easy to understand interface that operators will be looking at most of the time. Each detected vehicle will be listed in the right hand pane, which is transparent, and all the recognizers will be carrying the information about the ownership of that vehicle. If you have done the configuration where manually barrier should be open and closed, you will get virtual buttons up here on this pane, which can be used to open and close barrier system. Now, license plate recognition comes in two variants, highway and parking. When you are using parking, system will be effective on vehicles which are running not more than 20 km per hour. So slow moving vehicles can be recognized by using parking variant of license plate recognition. If you want to work with high speed moving vehicles, then highway will be the best choice to go with. Maximum of 10 10 license plates can be recognized in a single frame. Then there is a margin of deviation. So here 30-degree, 20-degree and 5-degree deviation is acceptable, and precision or accuracy would be close to 99%. All the parameters are the same. The installation of the camera needs to be the same. The frames uh, that will be used can help system to detect up to 10 vehicles. Apart from that, difference will be that parking will be using just 6 frames per second, whereas highway will be using 25 frames per second. Now, these are the recommendations that we have made. That minimum height of symbols on a license plate recognition uh, should be up to 30 pixels. That means the height of all the characters should be covered by 30 pixels in the camera view. And if you want to get good results in all kinds of weather conditions, please uh, increase the or zoom into the area where license plates will be detected most, so that camera's sensor is focused on the area where license plates are seen most, and system will be using more pixels to do the analysis. And to avoid any sort of false recognition, it will be recommended to not direct the camera to cover billboards, trees, and these grill fences and all. To get good results and avoid any kind of false recognition. Uh, any bright light should not be covered by the camera view, which could be an hindrance. Any reflective object should not be in the camera view, which can make the sensor go dark. Then the installation angle should be taken into account. If there would be any slope, please care about please care about the slope, as it will affect the margin of deviation allowed for the camera. Other things are that camera should be installed in such a manner that license plate is clearly viewed and there would not be any defocusing happening on at the time when license plate captures the frame. When we are working with camera to keep a checkpoint, the speed limit, we need to make sure that speed of vehicle should not be more than 20 km per hour, and if you are using the uh, parking mode or parking variant of a license plate, it in that situation headlights of vehicle should not be uh, directed to the camera, as that will make the camera go dark and would not be able to capture the license plate. In this situation, IR can be used if your camera is supporting that. Infrared can also be used. But again, infrared would not be effective if light is directly or headlight is directly beaming into camera lens. And make sure that there should be some 3 meters distance between the camera and the area where license of vehicle is being picked. If you're going to manage entry and exit of any particular spot, it is recommended to use two cameras instead of just one. In this manner, you will be in position to get good results from cameras on the vehicles coming from different directions, and separate barrier would be utilized. When you are using two different cameras, you can manage same database for both the cameras to work on. Definitely, license plate recognition can be configured to notify you. Notifications can be sent via email, SMS, as well as push notifications. Push notifications can be received on Android devices as well as iOS, whereas you can view cameras through web browser as well. So these are the things that you can get from web browser and mobile devices, that you can view multiple channels in real time. You can go into archive of any specific camera. You can specify what time and date you are interested in. You can get push notifications over Android and iOS. you can manage PTZ functionality of the camera as well. So where we can use license plate recognition, it can be used to manage traffic coming to any bank or financial institute, general office building. Parking can also be managed if you are working with highway uh, variant of license plate recognition. It can be utilized for traffic monitoring. Retail stores and shops have a parking lot which needs to be managed, at least managed for staff which is working there. So dedicated parking lot can be managed by license plate recognition to accommodate the traffic used by staff. Then can be used at power plants, energy transfer facilities, water treatment facilities, hydroelectric facilities to stop any unauthorized vehicle getting into the compound of these highly sensitive infrastructures. Construction site, mining site, manufacturing facilities and ports. So basically you can use license plate recognition to manage traffic uh, in different locations, whether that location is catering to the airport or it is catering to warehouse or it is a general parking area of a mall or any office. You will be able to work with license plate recognition to get it done. Right now I'm switching to demo server so that you can get the live view, and I'll be taking up your questions now. I can see multiple questions have already been posted. So Taz, there is no recommendation for the camera. You can use any IP camera. It is good to have something with 1 megapixel or more to do recognition with good quality images. Nigel, does it work on both front and rear number plates? Yes, Nigel, it works on both front and rear number plates, but it will be working mainly on license plate which would be heading or would be facing towards the camera. System will work on 2 lanes as well. That would not be an issue, but the lane which would be away from the camera would give more deviation to the view. To avoid that, you can place the camera in the middle or in the middle of the lanes so that it can cover both the lanes. And it is recommended to install the camera over the lane to get good results by eliminating all sorts of deviation. No, no, I'm really not sure about integration done for Angola and Mozambique. Our sales representatives will inform you about that. Yes, Mohammed, we can send you presentation slides. Nigel, that entirely depends on camera filter. But we recommend you not to install camera or rely on camera filters as highlights will be headlights will be making the image look dark. Search data, if you are Working with license plate recognition, you just need to click on report, and here you have multiple search options. Search could be done for a particular time duration. It could be done for a specific license plate, or you can provide the information about the group a particular individual belongs to. Direction can also be utilized. There are multiple search options. A camera can transmit up to two streams, and but system will be using just one stream to do the analysis, and we recommend you to go with the same stream that you are going to use for archiving for that particular camera. What about the resolution at night? Resolution would be the same. The other factors which can create problem are like headlight being used by vehicles, and if headlights are beaming straight into the camera, then there would be a problem, as images would not be clear enough for system to do the analysis. You may use infrared, but again infrared does not work good if lights are headlights are directly beaming into lens. Lotfi, I'm really not able to understand the question. The ability to trigger our LPR with an event instead of time. Terry, no, it will not be able to recognize color or make of vehicle. This is the information you need to put into database. So while you are creating a database, you need to provide such information. So this way, I can put in. So this description I need to give about the vehicle that the license plate is attached to. No, I'm sorry, but I'm not aware about this update about April 2016. Uh, we can talk about it. How Eocortex will open or close barrier. Uh, for that, you need to do the configuration. First of all, you need to specify to license plate recognition that it needs to work with barrier control system, and that is very easy to do. While doing the configuration, you just need to pick the option. Here barrier control needs to be checked. Then you will have options like manual and manual control and auto. Once this setting has been done, you need to create the scenario down there on the basis of events. Event would be recognized license plate, and if barrier system is connected to camera's output, you need to pick here, send signal to camera output, and then you need to set the runtime condition. And runtime condition could be license plate identified, just license plate detection, reliability, and all these informations can be picked. All other information will already be available in database. Angel Perez, how many cameras are accepted by LPR software module to do a recognition over all of them? It entirely depends on the license that you are going to ask for and then the server that you're going to provide. There would not be any limitation on number of cameras that can be used with license plate recognition as long as you have license for all those cameras. So yet Taki, no. If you are working on highway roads, please use highway variant, which is capable to detect license plate on vehicles running up to 150 kilometers per hour. As there is no such recommendation, as this setting can be performed in the configurator itself. So you can always set the size of license plates. Now the thing is, whatever the minimum size you are selecting here should be covering license plate with 30 pixels for each character's height. Uh, Zaid, what happening with the database if one car that has a plate just from the front side, so no plate detected in exit? It seems like the car is still in the parking. Definitely, but if something is having no plate at the rear, then you are supposing that that vehicle would be getting out of parking in reverse. And Zaid, and we have already it's recommended that you need to use two cameras to get good accuracy. Whether vehicle is coming out of parking spot or coming in, it will still be using the front uh, license plate to get recognized. Uh, for such calculation, you may visit our website. Questions related to calculation can be sorted out here on our website with tool called calculator, and you can have the estimate. For parking, you need a server with Intel Core i7-6950X with 12 GB RAM to manage 10 cameras with 2 megapixel stream. And if we are talking about highway, then need would be of two machines with Intel, each with Intel Core i7-680K and 8 GB RAM. When this estimate is given to you, it is taking into consideration that these cameras would not be using more than 70% of CPU. In a Moise, in a single frame, 10 vehicles can be detected and recognized. Zahid, I'm reading your question right now. What happens with parking license if a car have just one plate? You can use multiple cameras to cover front and rear license plate of vehicle. No, I guess I have already answered to this question of yours, which is about Angola and Mozambique. Moise, what do you mean by reflective and non-reflective plates? As per the standard, license plate should be non-reflective. Moise, right now, Arabic characters have not been integrated. Yes, you can use multiple processors to work with Eocortex. If you are working with Xeon, yes, recommendation would be there for dual processors. You may use four processors as well. As I'm really not sure how they can do that on a running vehicle where they can use something to stop detection. I'm really not aware of such a situation. Moise, what do you mean by abnormal plate? If it is not clean, yes, system will give you the results. If something is masked, how can the camera be able to capture that? If camera has some sort of X-ray to read behind the cover, then yes, license plate would be working on that as well. But that entirely depends on camera's capabilities. No, such information would not be provided. If someone is keeping the license plate covered, then system will not be notifying you, as system uh, is not equipped with to identify vehicle and its make. That's why it will not be able to pick where the license plate should be installed and if it is there or not. Taz, I will look into it and then definitely I will inform you about it. Uh, Angel, what is ADR plates? No, the system would not be able to. Remco, no, it is not possible to delete information about certain duration. System will automatically be deleting old database to map with whatever the latest or archives depth is. Yes, Terry, you may use partial information. System will be using whatever the information you have provided to look for information in the database. So if you in regards to your name, if I'm using just SPRN RI, system will still be using this information to look into database. Any other question, guys? I'm dropping my email, and if you still have question, you may write to me. Yeah, Terry, I will forward it to you. Thank you all. I'm signing off now. Have a nice day.